Hello and welcome to a thing that a lot of people have been doing lately, where everyone reacts to another person's video on Dawko's video, over which it originally was, and everyone was like, just like this whole collab thing where you're finding Toy Bonnie, and it was very funny. And I've decided, yes, I'm going to participate in this because I was absolutely totally invited, and I'm definitely 100% allowed. I really hope that I don't get kicked to the ground for this, but if I don't, you're probably seeing this video. If I am, you've probably seen this video and it's been removed. Either way, we're just gonna
now I understand like the conversation of like kings and queens is coming up. Myself, you can use emperor. Monarch also works.
I think I'll go with lord myself, but you know.
Here, thank you. Sorry, I was running a little bit late.
I am here as well, and I was not late. I'm always on
here.
time.
I'm here.
I was a week late, but I was also on time simultaneously.
I'm like 3 weeks late,
I was
but
15
also
minutes
here.
late, but they waited for me because they're really kind.
Yeah,
including me.
of course
Me
we
too.
do.
Court
Thank you.
jester
Same.
of FuhNaff over here.
Well,
Hi.
I'm
don't say
also-
jester. That's baby. We can't say baby in this
Yeah,
episode.
we can't talk about baby
All right, yeah,
yet.
I get it.
No
Not
circus babies
all
here.
jesters have to be baby, John. Don't worry, it's fine. We
Yeah,
can talk
isn't
about
one
it.
of the costumes in the
Well,
Mimic's
yeah, but
basement
like a lot of jesters
jester
are
as well?
often baby because baby is like kind of it's weird because like baby isn't a jester costume, but they keep introducing Springlock jesters. FuhNaff actually did a video on this later. He released this, but we're doing the call now. It's really interesting. You should watch it, but it kind of goes into that.
We got together. We figured
did.
it out.
Oh, yeah.
We did it.
I mean, I did.
Let's go.
I went out of
More
bounds.
like 33.
I didn't even go out of bounds. I did it legit.
Repeating.
More
Made a whole
like
video on it.
25%.
More like 20%, but more like 20%. But who's counting, really?
I counted. I did.
I'm
There's 7
counting.
of
Let me
us,
pull
so
out my calculator
that's...
because I want to be clear about this.
I'll let you go first, RyeToast.
Actually, the math is pretty straightforward, right?
Yes, it
because
is.
it's myself, Dawko, Markiplier, FuhNaff, Matt, Pat, IDs, so that's 7 people.
Oh, and
But
me. You forgot
since
to mention me,
I
but yes, it is
did
7 people.
70% of the work in finding Bonnie. The rest of them are splitting the 30%. So I did 70%, and the rest of them did 5%. But yeah.
Well, actually, I'm going to have to make a quick correction on that, because, as you did mention, there is 7 of us, and that is if you split that out evenly, that's about 14.3% per person, but obviously, since I did actually find Bonnie, which I have proof of, because there is an entire video that I made about it, if you want to check that out, go ahead, I think that I get to round that up to a 16% for me, and then the remaining, 84% is split between the rest of you. However you guys want to split it, that's up to you.
Because it was 3 of us.
There's 4 of us.
And that's what happens
5.
if you divide 100 by 3.
6.
Well,
no,
wait,
sorry, not 6.
Can
7. I
not
just said
count?
7. God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh god, I can't count.
No,
okay.
you were right the first
so
time. It
there's
is
5
7.
of them. I did 75% of the work, and they split the other 25%.
Your math's
And
off,
that's
but
what
I'll
happens
allow
when
it.
you divide 100 by 4.
Or 20% is what you get when you divide by 5. But
Or again, I did 70% of the work, and they split the other 25%.
Sam.
Or actually, I think you'll find that because, there's 7 of us, that's like 14%, although 16% for me, because I actually, I laid the groundwork by finding in and telling you all about it, because we are all definitely in contact with one another. I'm definitely currently messaging you all. Definitely. Totally.
Work
Just
out
saying.
your math there, Mark. It's fine.
Work on your math there, Matt.
everyone needs to work on their math. We can all just
I did
move on
check.
from this. We all
I made
contributed.
absolutely certain about my math.
Some
My math
less
was
than others.
correct.
I contributed
25.
most of
We
it.
together came together.
70.
And
We
we're
did all
here
come together.
Live
Yeah.
to bring
Yeah,
you
we
We're all
are.
live here.
We're here.
of
Yep.
what the wet floor signs
This
are
is a
gonna
live
bring.
What
reaction.
are the
people.
wet floor signs?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Figuring it out.
What are
We
the
all
wet
figured it
floor
out.
signs?
Let's go.
Wow.
Man, you're enthusiastic.
We worked
Love
hard
the
on this.
enthusiasm
We
there,
did.
John.
We really did.
hard.
We
Yeah.
did work
No, I
hard.
went
It was
out
a
of
very
bounds
big
this week.
effort.
Went into all of our collective.
Please
I don't know
respect
why
us.
neglecting
We should all be
including
respected,
in
yeah.
the
And
We're
my
all-
cam right here,
But anyway,
it is really
and-
weird.
My cam
And mine. I had to add myself in post. It's kind of weird.
I don't have a
Also
cam,
my
but I
eye.
have a little character
Yeah.
I've
It was
placed
really,
here.
really well done, ID.
Which,
I
sorry,
commend you.
that was placed here in the
All
stream.
of us.
All right.
The Pat Pats.
I like the Pat Pats. Pat Pats is a cute name.
Oh,
I prefer Caution
I'm kind
Pots
of partial
personally.
to the name Pat Pat. I'll be honest. I prefer my name, which is Little Bastards. But,
Oh,
I
wait!
love that.
I
That's a
know
good
that.
name, Rye.
I also know that.
I also know that. Just to be clear.
Didn't get
So
it.
do I.
I spent
do know
6
that.
hours trying to get this legitimately, and I didn't know that because I spent 6
Ooh,
hours
that
on a
was- that
goddamn
is a long
stream trying to
time.
figure this out. But It's okay because I just went out of bounds and did it on the 3rd stream.
Well, that's fair, because it is quite unfortunate that it is bugged. I actually spent 3 hours, half the time that you spent, and I was able to successfully do it in a second profile. So, yeah, fair enough. It's bugged, that's unfortunate, it kind of screwed a lot of people over. I just made a second account and got it there.
I
Not
streamed
account,
this
it's
game
fine.
for 18 hours the week it came out. Just keep that in
Hey,
mind.
a
but
lot
I
of
got
time
them
to
after,
stream.
and they stole it.
Stole's a strong
See,
word.
John, we all did this as a group.
That's true. We did this as a
no
group.
one stole anything. It
It was a
group
collaborative
effort.
effort. Exactly.
Look,
Exactly.
stole is a loaded terminology. I'm not going to say anybody stole anything.
No one stole
What I am
anything.
gonna
We
say
all
is, since
helped
I did
each other.
75% of the work, guys. I should get 75% of the credit, and you guys can have 5%.
Okay, look,
each
I
with the
think
5
your
of you.
math is slightly off there
You know,
again,
That's okay. That's
but
fine.
I'm not going to get
I
angry
was there,
over it.
and
I
we
was
did this
also
work
there.
as well.
I was
Exact-
also there.
We were
Same.
all
Wrote
there.
it.
I
Tom-
was the one that did
Tom
most
was
of it.
also there.
Oh,
In his little
Was he
one-
there?
right.
Tom-
Well,
Yeah,
Was he
okay.
there?
Not here.
Really?
Keep
Right
him
now.
mad.
Oh,
You and
us
Tom
going
can
around
split your
deactivating
5%.
all the
I
Tom's
still get
not here
75%.
right
Yeah, me
now.
too. You saw
Yeah,
that.
we were all there for it.
Yeah, we were all
I
there.
deactivated Little
I'm
Bastard
sorry, I'm feeling a
myself.
little bit
Caution
triggered when
bots,
he
but
says Pat
it's
Pat,
fine.
'cause I'm like, that's not my name. Dawko.
Maybe
Who said he's referring to you?
it is your
You're not
name.
getting my name right.
We're not talking about you right now.
I mean, that's what you wrote on the form.
Sit down.
You know what? That's a good point.
When you collect all the pat pats, is that a pat pat should be here, the last one?
Oh, Pat Pats.
And then
That's so cute.
It did show up.
I also love it.
It's such a cute name. Pat Pat.
Silly, goofy name.
It really
I
is.
will
It's a
say,
British
I do
name.
prefer my name is Little
Pat
Bastard.
Pat.
Pats.
What's going on, Pat Pat?
What's going on,
Don't go
Pats?
back and
All right,
Especially
you
those
got-
people-
You're right.
Oh no,
Matt-
they've been
Matt and
infected by
John.
the British.
No, what do you
I
mean
would-
they've
what
been
have you done?
infected by the British?
It's
not a disease,
that I
ID.
would never get infected by the British. Okay.
Oh, you want to see about that? Do you want to see about that, RyeToast? I will infect you myself with the British, okay? Don't tempt me. I'll do it. And Matt, John, you two, the British accent, kind of offensive, you know.
Okay. The British or the French cannot infect me.
We'll see.
I will say,
we'll see.
It's weird that we're affectionately calling something Pat Pat when we literally systematically kill them, but
No,
neither
good
here nor
point,
there,
good
I
point.
guess.
We
Give me
do
the
kind of...
Pat
area here opens up to go and see Glamrock Bonnie. But
No way.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
There's a bug right now where the
Yeah,
last
that's
Glamrock
really
hasn't
unfortunate. The
spawned
bug
yet.
is so unlucky.
Yeah.
There's a
Dang.
bug.
Awful.
Activate the pat pat there.
I mean, I know.
No, I know, because I literally looked for 6 hours trying to find this goddamn last one. Turns out I had all of them. It was just
Yeah.
a bug.
For me, one of them
6
was
hours down the
deactivated when I
goddamn
never
drain,
got
but
to
I'm
it,
not
so
mad
it's
because
kind
I
of
get
just
75%
unlucky,
of the
man.
credit for going out of bounds and finding it myself.
I mean, what are we expecting
I'm
from security
learning,
breach?
I mean, I also
and
know
it's
this.
That's
refreshing.
fair.
I mean, we can expect better.
Yeah,
Everyone was
we're
pretty
just-
good,
this
actually.
is-
We're just going over all
Just
this
going through
again.
it.
If you don't believe me, you can definitely believe Mark.
And you don't believe me, you can definitely believe Matt. So
Everyone believes me.
And if you don't believe me, I don't know why you don't believe me, but it's okay.
Yeah. I mean,
And you
I
should
believe
believe
you.
me, because like I said multiple times now, I did 75% of the work, so you really should take my word for it.
Well, sorry, again, okay, you keep going on about the 75%. That's not an accurate term, though, because it was 14%, though it's technically 16% for me, because I actually went and found it. Although, you probably shouldn't trust me implicitly, because I am not by any means a well-known, respected member of the community like all of these people are, and you should definitely go check out all of their channels. Hopefully I've linked them in the description below. I assume I have. But if I haven't, I'm sorry.
everyone believes
trust
Matt.
Mark.
We all trust
Even
Matt.
though I did a video where I said, "Do not trust Mark,"
I mean, I didn't.
I've
do
never
video
made
like
a
that
video
because I
like
would never
that.
do that to Matt. But
or that was a game.
I may have made videos where I talk about people's theories and why I think they're wrong, but
I've
that
done that
doesn't
too,
mean
actually.
I don't, and on some level, trust them.
I do trust everyone here.
Look, I trust y'all. My first
Yeah,
video
thank
that
you.
really
I
popped the
appreciate
hell
that,
off
Rye.
after the timeline was why Matt Pat is right, and that's a great thing.
True.
So like, I trust you guys, not implicitly, not with my life.
I trust you. I
but
trust
you
everyone
guys
here implicitly.
generally, especially when you respect that I did 75%.
Very different.
that was a
cabin
FuhNaff
to the
video.
Mhm.
I mean, that
My
didn't
hacks,
exist.
guys.
No, these are my hacks.
There's no need.
Well, it was
John,
group
it's
effort,
fine.
but again, 75%.
It was
I
a group
did,
effort.
You know, everyone else splits
You
the
keep
25%.
using the
but,
75%,
I,
and that's just
you
not
know,
accurate.
kind of
I'm
did a lot
I'm
of that.
starting to get a
I'm the one
little
that went out of
irritated, you
bounds,
know.
know, but it's okay.
He likes
It's
to
alright.
call
It was a
me
group
by
Yeah, I
effort.
mean,
sometimes.
he calls me by weird names too.
I
We have all
no
different
I
names, right?
We
yeah.
all have
We
weird
all have weird
nicknames at
nicknames, don't we?
Yeah, I look
various
at
points in time.
I look at myself in the mirror and I call myself weird names. I get that.
Okay,
And I call
myself weird
Matt,
names all the time. Go
you
on.
good there, John?
Come
You
on.
got it.
We believe in you. Go
seem a
for
little
it.
broken at the moment.
You got
I
it.
believe in
You can do it. I believe in you,
Come
John.
on.
You good,
we all
man?
believe in you. Come
Get
on.
it out.
Hi.
Okay, never
I
mind.
know,
Fine.
called Doc Doc.
It's all right.
Oh,
You
Doc
miss
Doc.
100% of the
Alright.
shots you
oh,
don't
hey,
take.
Doc Doc. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, Pat Pat.
I just call him
Oh.
Dawko.
I,
I
Technically
call
a
Matt
nickname.
the Sans' Nest guy.
That
Are
is
you
a
the-
good
That's
name.
what I said.
I'm
when I
still
said,
on
Are
the
you the
line
Sans'
with
Nest
the
guy?
the Sans' Nest guy.
What a
That's
thing
a
to be
real
known
good
for.
name.
Does
I'm
call me
still-
Pat.
I'm
Like,
still
I
on the
yellow
side.
call
dress.
all of you by
It's a good
your
bit.
actual
I
usernames
do
because
like I do like calling
cybersecurity and
people
all that.
Mr. or Mrs. and then their name of their channel.
Hmm.
Like I've called John from FNAF Mr. FNAF very frequently, or
I
like
like that.
John FNAF like Sans Undertale.
Can
It's a
I be
good
Mr.
bit.
Pan Pan
So I'm
then?
surprised I haven't said Matt Pat Game Theory yet.
Paul calls me
but
Mr.
it'll
Pan
happen.
Pan all the time.
I don't know
Actually,
ID's real name because that's their business.
Yep.
But, I will
online
call her
security,
ID's
cybersecurity,
fantasy,
very
ID's
important to a lot of people, me
Cute,
included.
right? We
I
have
mean,
a
you
thing.
are wearing a sort of yellowish
And then
color.
Mark and I.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is kind of yellow.
I
mean-
can be yellow. Bada big,
I
bada
Hey.
boom.
Yeah.
I can be
Change it
Bonnie
up.
colored.
Yeah.
I see, I
Good,
see.
good theming.
I
Good
mean, when
theming
I
for
do
Bonnie
it on
video.
Arc,
colors
I
because we're
usually
talking
call
about
them,
when we
like,
found it.
you know,
That's true. Bonnie colors, Bonnie
Beautiful.
video, the Bonnie collaboration.
Congratulations.
It's
Oh,
It's
there
Bonnie!
he is!
Goodness
It's
gracious! I've
Bonnie!
never seen him before. Totally haven't done this myself. This is amazing.
I've got like 5 shorts.
I've
Unbelievable.
got like
Matt.
5 shorts about
Matt,
where
come
Bonnie
on.
is, and I was wrong.
nuts.
Come on.
It's right there. Look
Matt,
at him.
Matt and John,
We found him, guys. Like, look at
That's
this.
the boy.
Matt and John, please. Okay, the British accents, like as a joke, fine, but you know this is getting a little offensive here, guys. Just gonna point that out as a British person myself, and on Dawko's behalf, because you know he's just too polite to mention it.
There is the boy.
Oh,
Hello,
goodness.
boy.
Oh boy,
oh
howdy.
goodness.
Wow, but in all
Look at what
Oh,
teamwork
blimey,
can
it's a
accomplish.
bunny. Yes, teamwork. This is what teamwork
So I
does.
guess that debunks the theory that we.
I mean,
that
yeah, like,
bird
what does
trap
this
was
mean?
used.
I mean,
I mean,
actually,
it means that like
I
it
didn't see
wasn't
this in
burn
the game.
trap.
I mean, I did.
I saw it when I went out of bounds, and it is weird that like this does somewhat deconfirm Glamrock Bonnie
Yeah.
being used for burn trap because
Exactly.
all of his parts are here.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, he's got his
broken,
endoskeleton,
but all of the
his
parts
parts
are
still here.
which implies that his parts weren't used for burn trap.
Exactly. He was just destroyed for
so
a
that
different
is
reason.
interesting. It kind of almost guarantees that Springtrap was used.
Well, actually, interesting that you mention that because I think that this is like trying to deconfirm Burn Trap's existence at all, more so than Springtrap's endoskeleton being used. Because, like, you know, that's kind of what Ruin was. It was like Ruin trying to set Security Breach on a more easy to follow path, which I think is absolutely amazing. Very well done. Love it.
But also, the wet floorball connection is interesting. We'll get
That's
into
true,
it,
the wet
but
floorbots,
right now it
that's
does look
very
very funny
weird.
because
Why-
they're kind of looking
what
at us
does
like,
he have to do
what
with
are
the
you
wet
doing here? Go
floorbots?
away.
Like,
It's kind of funny.
Because
Yeah.
these are my hacks.
We all saw it.
But
This is
We all saw
it is really the best. It's so cool.
it is
It was-
amazing.
it's a really-
It's a
it's a
really
shame-
Oh
interesting
my
thing.
goodness.
It's a shame that there's a
It's
boat.
such a cool
It is
design
so
as
cool.
well.
This is a
I
really
don't know
wish you
what
could
I
have
was
seen him when he was
expecting,
still
honestly, but like,
activated, you know?
it just feels so right to have Glamrock Bonnie in the middle of a summoning circle of wet floorbots.
Exactly. We love
You know,
the
we kind of
summoning
actually have a
circles.
summoning. Now that I think about it, in Security Breach, one of the first things we see is a
Yeah.
broken up staff bot
Oh, yeah,
surrounded
we
by
do,
other staff
actually.
bots. This is kind of like a parallel to that. Oh, I
That's
shouldn't
true.
say parallel. It's a dirty word. Twitter will be mad at me.
Yeah,
but it's kind of
apparently-
like a
Twitter's
parallel
weird.
of that.
Love
That's
it.
interesting.
Did it again.
You did it again.
Dale Wall, you
Okay,
crazy
Matt,
son
John,
of a-
Oh
come
my
on,
goodness.
guys.
He's dead.
He's
It's not quite dead. He's
Yeah,
still
well,
alive.
He's not
Yeah,
dead
he's
yet.
looking a little not great.
He doesn't look great, but
Like
he's
his
not quite
eyes are
dead.
still lit up.
oh Matt.
And it's been a
Awkward
very
white
long time, honestly.
Splotches on the wall. Just not
Oh,
gonna
man.
leave that.
Well,
Okay,
it's
Matt,
a dent
Matt,
mark,
I
but
may
it's
have
fine.
brought up Vor in the big game theory live stream, and that was kind of embarrassing of me.
Yeah, that was a
But at least I'm
very
not
weird
talking
thing
about
to
white
bring up, you
splats
know?
when we're doing a very important collab right now.
It's
So
clearly
let's
a
calm it
dent,
down, Matt,
which
okay?
is like just a smashed dent
Matthias.
in
And
the
I think
wall.
you're making this
Matt.
weirder than
Matt.
it needs to be.
Yeah,
Moving on,
it's
moving
getting
on.
really weird, man. Gotta be honest.
Yeah, I don't know why you call it a pat.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's a-
Yeah, they're called
Yeah,
caution
you
bots.
can't
Let's
even
give them
pat
a
them in the
realistic
game.
name.
You
I
make a
wish
sort
you
of
could pat them
bobbing
in the
motion.
game.
Like,
That would be
you
so
just make a sort of
nice. I
bobbing
wanna
motion.
pat them.
You can't even pat them.
I want to give them a pet.
Look, I don't
pat
mind the
them on
name
the head.
Pat Pat, but I personally like little bastards because they
I
kind
love
of are
that
little
name.
bastards.
It
They
really
yell
is
at you
good.
the whole time
It
you got a
truly is
mask
good.
on.
Yeah.
You should absolutely be commended for that
I
name,
got
honestly.
murdered.
I don't see. I definitely think Monty was the animatronic that did it.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
think,
if he did it
like,
of his own volition.
There's too much green
because
paint
as
for it to
much
not
as
be
I
him.
don't buy the cover-up story, that Security Breach presents, like the Bonnie willingly gave it up and all that.
Yeah,
Obviously, we
that's
can see this
fake,
didn't happen.
obviously.
I don't literally think Monty was like jealous and wanted to take over. I think he's too much of a robot for that to happen.
Well, okay, I don't know about him being too much of a robot. That doesn't really quite fit with how the animatronics behave. Even the ones who are clearly, like, being controlled in some way by Vanny, Vanessa, Glitch Trap, whatever, the Mimic, whatever we're considering it to be at this point. But, like, they act very real, like real people. But the fact that Monty destroyed Bonnie for some reason is strange, because like, you know, originally it was like, oh, he's being used for burn trap, but he's not, clearly. So, like, there's some other reason why he's been destroyed, and that's interesting.
I'm thinking right now.
Yeah.
I'm still piecing it together. I'm on the verge that, like, maybe Glamrock Bonnie, kind of like we see Roxy in this DLC, started to catch on and, like, break free from the hold of the Mimic and Glitch Trap and all that.
Okay.
And Vanny used Monty to destroy him because of it. That's where I'm at right now.
Interesting.
I don't know if there's any ghost interference there, but I'm
Yeah,
kind of on those lines.
The robots don't look like they're possessed by ghosts or anything. Yes, I remember thinking it
I
quite a
remember
few
it
times.
saying it 3 times.
I don't remember saying it, but also I'm just tired constantly, so it
Fair enough. I
may have just
get
slipped
tired a
my
lot
mind.
too, honestly. I did ask well, not out loud, because I didn't actually have the game at that time. I only very recently got it, but when I was watching other YouTubers' playthroughs of Security Breach, I definitely was like, ooh, I want to know what happened to Glamrock Bonnie. There's clearly something supposed to be here to do with him, but what is it? Ooh, I'm so curious. It was really cool, and getting to find him was really fun.
I did not say it any time.
Oh, we know,
Oh.
Matt. We know.
Okay.
I
Well.
didn't really care.
rather rude of you.
Oh, Matt, come
Alright, that's a
on,
little
Matt.
mean.
That's
Dang.
not nice.
Like,
More-
behave.
what the
We're
Lord?
live right
Poor
now.
guy.
Poor Bunny.
I'm more a Music Man personally.
Yeah,
but-
Music Man's cool, but
Yeah, I guess.
Bunny!
Like-
You can like
He's the
Music Man and
best.
Glamrock Bonnie. It doesn't have to be one
Exactly, you don't have to
What?
like one and the
What?
other.
I would have loved to see Glamrock Bonnie like.
Come on,
DJ
best of
Music
both
Man.
worlds.
I know.
Excellent
I
point.
would've-
Where is DJ Music
Actually,
Man?
Well, actually, no,
Yeah.
that is true. He
That is a
was
great point, 'cause, like,
you couldn't miss him.
A
Where is he?
giant ruined Music Man would have been so dope. A giant DJ Music Man, but
That
like,
would have been pretty cool, but-
collapsing and melted. That would have been such a cool set piece. It's weird that we went for the mini ones and not that one.
The mini ones are
Maybe
more
it was just,
creepy,
like,
I
it's
feel.
hard to
The bigger one
design
was
a
more
level
like
around him, which I get, but you know.
yeah, the mini ones were like, they were cool. I think it was like cool having like a multiple enemies, but I didn't like how some of them were stationary around the place and some of them would activate when you went near them. It felt a little inconsistent there, but I did like that level overall. Just like going in there for the first time, not knowing what you're doing is like, really, I don't get what's going on. And like a giant one would have been really cool, but also the level that you'd have to design that around would have to be massive, and I feel like that would kind of ruin the claustrophobic feel of Security Breach, because it's like, oh, it's a very closed environment. Well, so not Security Breach, like Security Breach ruined, but it's like it's a closed environment where you're like, oh, I don't know what to do here. It's very closed. I'm kind of cut off here, and I feel like having a giant thing you'd have to open up the area for that.
Yeah.
All over.
Some of which had rabbit ears for some reason.
Yeah, they did. Why do they have rabbit ears?
Yeah, that is weird that they and the Maskbot do, which makes it feel like Vanny did it, but Vanny, I feel like, was freed before any of this happened. So maybe
Yeah.
Glitch Trap or Mimic 1 is like, maybe they're the one. Maybe there is still Afton influence. I'm not sure.
Yeah, if
The-
there
the
is, it's
rabbit
through
ears
the
is
Mimic
interesting.
program
Oh,
solely. I think
Music
Afton's
Man.
dead.
Marauding around. And
Yeah.
Where was the DJ?
you
Where
don't
was he
think
at?
DJ Music
Yeah,
Man?
maybe
Yeah,
maybe
what
they
the heck?
salvaged
Where's
him
DJ
actually.
Music
Maybe he was
Man?
one of the first ones they
Thought this was a
salvaged,
10 out of 10.
and they were
He's
trying to
still
get to the
sleeping in
others.
the
but,
West
you know.
Arcade.
More of a one.
Did we go to the West Arcade and ruin?
You
I
You
think
guys
we
are
did.
not
even
that
giving it a number at that point? Nah, that's a flat 0.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe
well, sorry.
maybe
Maybe a
0.5.
0.5. Hey.
Okay, sorry. ID, I just want to point out, you said you're even giving it a number. 0 is still a number. If you want to actually follow that logic, you give it just a straight minus sign. Just a straight negative. No numbers, just negative. We don't even play this thing. This is a literally unplayable DLC. There was no giant Music Man. 0 out of 10. Just a negative sign.
Hey.
You heard me.
No, the next
Yeah.
game. Please, can we see Glamrock Bonnie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's quoting me.
No, he's actually see Dawko was quoting Mark, and Mark was quoting me.
And John was actually quoting me, he just didn't know it.
Fair enough, fair enough.
And actually, I'm gonna pull up the receipts right now. Everybody is quoting me.
I'm not
If
sure that's how
I
receipts
go
work.
To
Rye? Sorry, RyeToast?
8
Toast,
months
buddy.
ago.
I'm gonna...
Where is it? Where is it? Yeah,
but
9 months ago.
That's not
I
how
have a
receipts
short
work.
Titled.
Receipts is for, like, purchases and stuff. If you...
Oh, that's my
evidence of, like,
analytics.
messages and stuff,
Where
that would be
is
evidence.
Glamrock Bonnie?
Oh, that is actually true.
So
you do have something called Where is
kind
Glamrock
of
Bonnie?
quoting me.
Technically,
from 9
yeah.
months
No
ago.
one's
I'm just
quoting
saying.
me,
I'm
actually,
just saying.
because, you know, I'm not really
It's true.
that
I heard
well
Mark say
known.
it multiple times.
Well, Matt didn't hear Mark say it. Mark got it from me, so
But that's not how
I
receipts
said
work,
it, then
yeah.
Mark said it, and then Matt saw that Mark said it, and then
John, you sound kind of
Dawko saw
insecure.
Mark say
I
it,
mean,
which came
we all
from
know
me.
that you
Oh,
said it.
okay.
Everyone here
That
said
was
it.
it.
It's gonna be moving.
Yeah, you.
You know?
Which,
We
again,
all said it.
Mark was watching YouTube Shorts and he saw mine come up and the title of "Where is Glamrock Bonnie?" He was like, "Yeah, where is Glamrock Bonnie?"
I
And
feel like
then he
everyone's being a
started
little
asking
insecure.
that, and then because he was asking that, you know, Matt saw him ask that, and then FuhNaff saw him asking that, and the whole chain and Dawko saw, you know, it all chained together. But
I feel
you
like
know,
everyone's being a
coming
little insecure
from
about who
that
said
short,
what and
you
who
know?
got
was
that from
inspired
me.
by who to say what. We all just need to chill out. Again, this was a group effort. We all combined forces,
It's
joined
pretty crazy, guys.
resources. That's not how you say those
The
two
Westwood bot
sentences,
is
but it's
the
fine to make this happen. Remember?
See,
We
Tom
want to
and I
remember that.
weren't doing this, but I did it. I didn't even do it by myself.
That's true. We're
I-
all
we
here
all
together.
did it as a group.
Exactly.
Combined group effort.
ID
Right.
We did it as a
has
group,
the
but I
right
did go out
idea.
of bounds to
Yeah.
find him personally.
If I'm
I did
really
it off
finding
camera.
All the pat.
I did it
I
on
did it
camera.
on
Exactly. The first
Hey,
time.
same. Nice. I did it
I
on
did it
camera.
on camera.
Didn't even have to use hacks. I did it legit.
It's pretty crazy.
It's really cool.
And if you look closely,
Pat pats.
Glamrock Bonnie's eyes
I mean, you don't have to look that closely. It's fairly
They
obvious.
They are indeed.
They are. They are.
That's a
Being
good
nice,
observation.
Matt.
You don't have to look that closely. It's pretty
It is,
pretty
They
noticeable.
are pretty noticeably on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, quoting me right now.
deactivated.
What happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Well, I
they're
know, 'cause I already did
deactivated.
it.
Oh no, he's dead!
Now he really is dead.
Now he is dead.
Glamrock Bonnie's eyes
Poor boy.
shut off.
Huh.
What a shame.
Crazy.
Can we talk about how silly his eyes look though? Because they're not.
He's
going
been
in the same
broken,
direction.
right? I mean, yeah. I mean, they're not really gonna be going in the same direction if he's been smashed against a wall and a bowling ball has been smashed over his head, right? I feel like he's not exactly gonna have a great-looking figure after that. Also, I'm pretty sure Monty had the exact same thing after he got pushed off the catwalks. So I don't know. It feels like it's mean to call Bonnie out for that, but might just be my opinion.
Interesting. Why? Why?
would
Tell
that
me
be?
why. Tell me why.
What do you think?
Would the
Yeah.
eyes deactivate?
I've got an idea, but I'll let you guys go
Tell
first.
me.
I would
I
also
don't have
like
an
my
idea,
theories,
actually.
but
I would
know
love to
what
know.
you have to say.
Yeah, you guys
Mark
go
and
first,
Dawko,
and then I'll
please
say what
hop
happened.
in at your
Yeah,
level.
I'll keep quiet to you
I
guys.
mean, okay, sure. We
Shut
can.
up.
Yeah,
then. I mean,
whoever wants to go
okay,
first.
I mean, he
I'm not
calls
trying to
me
step
Who's
on
going
toes.
first?
sometimes on accident.
I don't want to step
I
on
see.
everyone's toes
Whoever
either.
I think that Glamrock Bonnie is like Voldemort in some sense.
What?
Like there's horcruxes. And you need to get rid of all
Sure.
those horcruxes.
Really?
Okay.
I love
I
that.
could see
That
that.
sounds so
That's what
great.
happened.
Sorry, I just need to admit it. Bonnie is like Horcruxes and Voldemort. Bonnie and the wet floor side. What? I love that. Can someone make a fan game of that? I'd love to play a fan game where Bonnie is just like Voldemort. And like the wet floor signs like the Horcrux. That's the Harry Potter fan game we need. That's amazing. I want to play that game.
Basically.
Fascinating.
Like, he's just missing
Like he
God.
spread
not
his
having a
code.
nose.
That sounds so
Over.
cool. I want
But yeah,
that
it's like
now.
Voldemort. What do you think?
I mean, Bonnie is missing a decent chunk of his torso casing,
Yeah.
so you know he's missing something.
He's missing his legs. That's kind of.
Yeah.
Bonnie.
Yeah.
Bonnie.
Yeah, you go.
Yes.
You go.
The wet floor bots.
Yep. Wet floor lots.
Because they are AI, they're wrapped in the code.
That's
Yes.
true.
You can see
They
them
they also have souls according to the
Yes.
debug
but they're
menu
also
apparently.
Do they
powered.
Which is
actually?
interesting. It does introduce
Yes.
haunting.
Like there's
Which
children.
I
Weird.
just said.
Do they actually?
Fine, for
Are they
some
actually?
reason.
Do they
Tell
actually
me
have
that.
souls? I mean, it makes sense. They do make the screams of
I
the
don't know.
damned.
Just a
I
good question.
really don't.
Just because?
Just because, I guess.
Empty lore.
That's very
So I
weird.
blew your mind with sister location. I can't do that with this
Oh,
one.
there's so
I
many
don't
sister
know.
location
Yeah,
references.
I
It's
don't
so
know
cool.
either.
Connected
It's
for
so-
some reason.
So
That is-
weird.
I've got the
That is
start of
interesting.
some ideas.
I actually have an
Maybe.
idea, which I'm preparing to make a theory
Maybe
video,
what?
my
Tell
second
me.
theory video on.
Maybe. This
And
is
I think it's really
spitballing,
cool,
so
and I can't wait
Dawko
for it to come out, and for
Yeah,
anyone
yeah,
watching
for
this to
sure.
see
Yeah,
it, because
and
I'm
us,
so
you
excited
know.
for
It's
it.
one of those things where the whole system is powered in some part by spirits.
Okay,
That seems a
that
bit
is all for
strange.
today.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
not quite. I do want to talk a little bit about that because I don't know if it's all powered by spirits, but they are listed as souls. So that does make
That's
me think
interesting.
that there is
Why?
something spiritual happening with them. But
That's
I'm
so-
not sure
why are they
what.
listed
It's
as
Okay, I'm gonna cut the
souls?
Zoom
I
call
mean-
off early. I know.
I
Matt
mean, it's
has-
Discord call.
Oh, you gotta
but
go?
Fair enough.
Well,
yeah, I guess we do.
Given
We
John
all
has
have
cut
got
off
things to do.
the Zoom call, I guess I'll have to head out too.
We're in Discord
Yeah, I guess-
ID,
I
but
guess
you know,
I'll
I
go.
get the confusion. Anyway, everyone's like leaving the call now, so I will I'll start wrapping this up myself. This was I'll just mute everyone quickly on Discord because you know, obviously we don't want to all be talking over each other for our outros. But like, this was that there are some very interesting ideas presented here because I'm actually working on another theory video around one of those ideas, which I'm really excited about because I think it actually explains a lot, and I can't wait for that to like, you know, I can't wait to get around to doing that soon. So very fun. It was very good. I'm you know, I was really thankful that all of these guys invited me to this totally real, legit stream Discord call. I was amazed. You know, I didn't expect any of these guys to like know me, and then they were like, "Oh, hey, do you want to join us on this Discord call where we all like go over the Glamrock Bonnie thing together?" And I was like, "Whoa, that's so cool! I can't believe you guys have invited me to this." And they're like, "Oh, hell yeah, this is cool. Everyone's invited to this." And it was just so cool, so nice. I really appreciate it. I extend all my thanks to everyone in this call. RyeToast, Dawko, Markiplier, Game Theory, FuhNaff, ID's Fantasy, all of them, just absolute legends, all of them. Again, go check out all their channels because they're all really cool and they all have very interesting videos on Five Nights at Freddy's. And yeah, I think that's about it. I'm gonna have to go now because I've got some other things to work on, which look forward to. But until then, see ya.